So, I'm back with another one. And today I start with the question that asks, what role does ego play in our creativity? And in line of like inquiring on who I am, I also, when I reflect on that, I've been told that I'm like a humble type of person, you know. I've been told that I'm reserved. I play a lot in the background. My my role is like reserved, and these are some of the limiting thoughts that I think have hindered with what could have been my full potential in certain moments, more like really falling back into the shadows. And it's made me wonder what role ego plays, because now when I think about it, the person that I actually need to kind of step into is a lot more confident and does things that are a little out of that character of being humble and reserved, you know. It requires me to be a little more out there, more outspoken, more visible in a sense, you know. I think even in like this journey, a big part of like the intention, even with this journey, is visibility, right? And even in that visibility, you can be intentional about how you present. But I'm feeling now more than ever my ego instructing this personality, you know, in front of the camera. And it's interesting. It's very interesting because when I think about the other aspects in which my ego kind of engages, when I'm like, when I'm painting and I'm in the studio, the person that I am in my mind is way more elevated than sometimes how I present. You know? Even like the way I speak about the work is a little like dialed back in comparison to when I'm in the studio creating the work, you know. And yeah, the function of ego then would be to like mix this energy of like confidence and eccentric energy that's like screaming these very like difficult emotions, you know. I don't think I'm a shallow person, you know, like in any engagement, someone could be like, oh, I hate that. And I'd be like, I don't know if you hate that. I think you maybe don't necessarily appreciate it, or, you know, there's something about it that triggers you. I think that you could like find the right word for how you feel towards that thing, but I don't necessarily believe it's hate. Like, I'm that type of person who, I believe language is very powerful, you know, and so when we don't name things properly, we find ourselves in a situation where we don't actually really understand what we're saying. Yeah, so with that, it's like the things that I've learned or the things that I've understood about ego weren't necessarily true, you know, since my inquiry. I now find that like being able to tap into different energies, including ego, is all part of like the creative process, you know. And yeah, there will be moments where you just gotta be that guy, and then there'll be moments where you let the guy be the guy. You just watch him be the guy, and be a good spectator, and be a good like supporter and fan. But there will be a moment where you kind of have to step into the light. because, you know, people can't back you, people can't support you, people can't like place you in different positions and situations if you're not visible. Like, you know what I mean? There's a shift that needs to kind of take place where in your stepping in the light, you're prepared to do the things that your dreams call you to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think there comes a moment where it's less about being soft and shy and reserved, and being confident and to stepping up to the gig.